We had some people call our party line with questions
Oh,
for
I
you.
can't wait.
And here's one from
are they-
Samiko
Hi,
Salson.
this is Samiko Salson, and I wanted to ask a question of KRISTEN Johnston, and
Well, that's
kind
good
of going
'cause she's
back a
here.
while, but like around 2000 or so, she was one of the actresses that they kept talking about when they were talking about how Hollywood was kind of hassling women of a perfectly healthy size about their weight and the double standards that they have for women. And I was wondering, does she think that it's gotten any better since then? Thank you.
That's a good question. You know, they hassle me for being too big, and they hassle me for being too little. When I got out of the hospital, I'd lost 60 pounds, and I looked horrible. I mean, gaunt. I was gaunt after rehab and everything, but I couldn't because I had no appetite.
Right, and with your stomach,
I just couldn't eat.
Oh my God!
Anyway, I went to something to help my friend. You know, and they took my picture, and it's scary. I mean, I'm really scary skinny. So of course, and I understand people paying attention to that, and journal. I get that. Like people need to go. Like that's weird. What's up? But when the person then calls you, you have to then listen to what they're saying and not write your own story.
Oh,
no. I was like, I told them basically.
What would be the fun in that?
Right. And they were like, no, I would call them and said, listen, I'm not anorexic. It's the only thing I don't have.
That's the one.
It's the only mental issue I don't suffer from. So please don't make me have that now too. And, anyway, so, but they did it anyway. Anyway,
Yeah.
and I mean, really mean stuff. I mean, if I had been anorexic, I would have been devastated.
I think women
honestly
deal with that all the time. Like, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
And so do boys,
First, they're
so do
after
gay
them about
guys,
they're all
gays.
after them about that. But I don't know that I see it in the same way that women are subjected to this minute monitoring of everything that goes
I don't
on with
follow
their weight.
that.
About
Just to answer her question,
Yeah.
I don't follow it ever.
Good. Well,
I
yeah,
am
right.
who I am, and they'll either hire me or they won't. And like once on The X's, one of the producers, because I have kind of a tummy sometimes. I think it's just been real.
It happens.
And I got a couple times I noticed them trying to cover the costume department putting me in flowy caftans all of a sudden, and I was like, what's going on? What, my tummy? And they were like, well, we just got a little bit of a note. And I called up the head of the show and I said, look, I don't have an eating disorder and I don't want one. And leave me alone. You hired me because I'm real and I'm funny.
Right.
You didn't hire me because I'm Jennifer Aniston and I'm gorgeous and whatever. I mean, she's funny too. But
She's
you know what I
pretty
mean?
funny.
She's pretty funny. But you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not hired because of my looks. I'm hired because, well.
I'm not going just
all right,
there.
darling.
You're pretty hot, girl.
Well, that does mean
And
you're
you're
gay.
blushing.
You know that you are gay, right?
If somebody finds you hot, that means they're gay.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much the.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Or if I remind you of B. Arthur, then you're gay too.
You got you're
Some little kid told me that once, and I was like, "Oh, he's gay."
Oh, he's gay. Yeah,
Oh.
I get that a lot too.
But I think that Samiko's question talked about this
That's
double
a great
standard,
question, and
too.
it's a great question.
Like
and
there are various things that a man can be once he gains weight, various roles he can play. But for a woman, it's like your ingenue or your comic relief.
But that's
right?
not true. I mean, the women we can't fold to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just be who you are. And sometimes I'm really thin, sometimes I'm bigger. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
And just go out there and if they hire me, they'll hire me. If they don't, they don't. And that's all I have control over.
Right.
I'm not gonna do the plastic surgery up the yin yang and the lips, all that crazy.
Right.
Why do I want to look like I'm 12? I don't care. I want to look like I'm 50, whatever. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll do a chin tuck.
Maybe just a little
Something very subtle.
I know a guy.
Oh, so do I. But you know what I mean? Like, why would I want to look like... Now, Sandra Bullock has to look like Sandra Bullock for the rest of her life.
Right, you're stuck. You're
She
stuck in
can't-
that look. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Right, absolutely.
And when I look hot, it's like, it's a miracle. So... Anyway, I just think,
You're pretty hard on
set
yourself.
yourself up low. to answer her, because I think she's probably really somebody who wonders about this stuff, and I think a lot of women do. Like, how would you deal with it? And I'm just saying, fuck them.